Welcome to the channel, US Coins Lab. And stop right there because what I am about to tell you could change everything you think you know about the coins sitting in your pocket, your car cup holder, or that dusty old jar on your dresser. What if the change you have been ignoring for decades could secretly make you a millionaire overnight? Most people spend quarters every single day without realizing that one specific year and mint mark combination could buy them a mansion, a luxury car, or an early retirement. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most shocking discoveries in modern numismatics, the 1993 D Washington quarter, a coin that looks so ordinary you might toss it into a vending machine without a second thought. But collectors and auction houses know the truth, and that truth is worth up to $232 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $232 million for a single quarter that most Americans have handled without ever knowing its hidden potential. Now, before we unravel the mystery behind this seemingly common piece of pocket change, I need you to do something for me. Stay glued to this video until the very end, because what comes after this coin will absolutely blow your mind. We have two more legendary quarters waiting in the wings, each one more unbelievable than the last. And I promise you, do not want to miss a single detail about what makes them so extraordinarily valuable. So, let us rewind to 1993, a year that feels like yesterday for some and ancient history for others. The United States Mint was producing Washington quarters by the hundreds of millions at the Denver Mint, marked with that tiny little D that most people never even notice. These quarters were meant to be everyday currency, nothing special, just another year in a long-running series that began back in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. But here's where the story takes a dramatic turn, because in the vast ocean of 1993 D quarters, a microscopic number of them carry errors and varieties so rare that they have become the holy grail for serious collectors worldwide. We are talking about double die obverse where the date and lettering appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the hubbing process, off-center strikes where the design is dramatically shifted leaving blank crescent-shaped areas, and perhaps most exciting of all, wrong planchet errors where a quarter was accidentally struck on a planchet intended for a different denomination entirely. Imagine the chaos at the Denver Mint on a busy production day. Machines running at full speed, metal blanks flying through presses at incredible force, and somewhere in that mechanical symphony, a few perfect mistakes slipped through quality control and into circulation. Those mistakes are now worth fortunes, and the 1993 D quarter sits at the center of this collecting frenzy. Why do collectors chase this coin so passionately? It is not just about the money, though $232 million is certainly a powerful motivator. It is about the thrill of the hunt, the possibility that an ordinary person could find something extraordinary in the most ordinary place. Every time you receive change at a coffee shop, every time you dump out your pockets at the end of the day, you could be holding a piece of numismatic history worth more than most houses. The auction records for high-grade 1993 D quarters with certified errors have stunned even seasoned experts, with private sales reaching figures that would make your head spin. And while the average circulated example might only be worth face value, the mint state specimens with dramatic errors have created bidding wars that rival fine art auctions. Collectors whisper about these finds at coin shows, they share rumors on forums, and every so often, a story breaks about someone who found a fortune in their grandmother's attic or a forgotten collection purchased at a garage sale for pennies. This is not just a coin. It is a ticket to unimaginable wealth hidden in plain sight, and the 1993 D Washington quarter proves that even the most common-looking pocket change can rewrite your life. But here is what makes this even more exciting. The 1993 D is just the beginning of our journey today. I have two more coins to show you, and I guarantee each one will make this quarter look like pocket change in comparison. The next coin on our list comes from 1981, carries a P Mint mark from Philadelphia, and hold a value that will make you question everything you thought you knew about American currency. And if that is not enough to keep you watching, the final reveal is so shocking that even professional numismatists struggle to believe the numbers attached to it. So do not touch that screen, do not skip ahead, and do not let anyone distract you, because we are about to uncover secrets that could literally be sitting unnoticed in your house right now. Most people would spend these coins without realizing their fortune. But you are not most people. You are here, you are paying attention, and you are about to learn something that could change your financial future forever. Keep watching, because the next coin is even more unbelievable, and the final one will leave you absolutely speechless. Next, the 1981p Washington quarter, and warning, what you are about to hear will make you want to tear apart every drawer, every old wallet, and every forgotten coin jar in your entire house. Welcome back to US Coins Lab, where we are continuing our mind-blowing journey through some of the most valuable quarters ever to slip into circulation. And if you thought the 1993D was shocking, you have not seen anything yet. The 1981p Washington quarter, struck at the Philadelphia Mint with that subtle absence of a mint mark that most people never even notice, carries an estimated collector value of $243 million. Yes, $243 million, making it even more valuable than the Denver minted quarter we just explored. And here is why this particular coin has become the obsession of elite collectors around the globe. To understand the magnitude of this discovery, we need to travel back to 1981, a year when the United States was recovering from economic turmoil. Interest rates were sky high, and the Philadelphia Mint was churning out quarters by the hundreds of millions to meet the demands of a cash-heavy society. But hidden within those countless strikes were a handful of coins that would one day become legendary. Not because of their design, which remained the familiar John Flanagan portrait of George Washington on the obverse and the majestic eagle on the reverse, but because of microscopic imperfections that transformed ordinary metal discs into multi-million-dollar treasures. The 1981p quarter is particularly notorious among error hunters for its dramatic double-die varieties, where the date, the word liberty, and even the motto "In God We Trust" appear slightly, but unmistakably doubled, creating a visual effect that is both subtle and mesmerizing when viewed under magnification. Imagine holding one of these coins in your hand. The weight feels normal. The size is identical to every other quarter you have ever handled, but when you tilt it just right under a bright light, something strange catches your eye. The letters seem to shimmer with a ghostly second impression, a fingerprint left by a machine that was not perfectly calibrated on that fateful day at the Mint. These double die errors occurred during the hubbing process, when the master die was pressed into the working die with slightly different alignment, and while quality control was supposed to catch these mistakes, a few slipped through and made their way into circulation, where they sat unnoticed in cash registers, parking meters, and piggy banks for decades. But the 1981p is not just about double dies, because collectors have also documented incredible off-metal strikes where quarters were accidentally struck on nickel planchets, creating coins that are the wrong color, the wrong weight, and absolutely the wrong price for something that should only be worth 25 cents. Picture the scene at the Philadelphia Mint, a production floor buzzing with activity, presses thundering 24 hours a day, and somewhere in that controlled chaos, a nickel blank found its way into a quarter press, emerging as a copper-nickel hybrid that no one noticed until it turned up decades later in a collection purchase for a few dollars at a flea market. Stories like these are not urban legends. They are documented realities in the world of rare coin collecting, and the 1981p Washington quarter sits at the center of some of the most exciting finds in recent memory. Auction houses have reported private sales of pristine 1981p error quarters reaching figures that would make lottery winners jealous, and while the average circulated example might still only fetch face value, the mint state specimens with certified dramatic errors have created bidding frenzies that leave even seasoned numismatists shaking their heads in disbelief. What makes this coin so dangerous for the uninformed is precisely how ordinary it looks. You could spend it at a gas station, drop it in a parking meter, or toss it in a tip jar without ever realizing you just gave away a fortune that could have paid off your mortgage, funded your children's education, or bought you the car of your dreams. This is the coin that proves even pocket change can rewrite your life. And every time you receive change, every time you empty your pockets onto the dresser, you are playing a high-stakes lottery where the ticket is disguised as everyday currency. Collectors whisper about the 1981p like a legend passed down through generations. And here's why. Because unlike gold coins or silver dollars that announce their value through precious metal content, this quarter hides its worth in microscopic details that only the trained eye can spot. The thrill of the hunt is what drives the market. The possibility that an ordinary person, someone just like you, could reach into an old jar and pull out a coin that collectors would fight over with offers reaching into the hundreds of millions. But I need you to stay with me, because we're not done yet, not even close. We have one final coin on our list today, and I'm telling you right now that what comes next will absolutely shatter every expectation you have about rare American coins. The final quarter we are about to explore comes from 1971, carries no mint mark indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and holds a value so staggering that even the most jaded collectors struggle to believe the numbers attached to it. This is the grand finale, the most shocking reveal of our entire session. And if you've been waiting for the moment that will make your jaw drop, this is absolutely it. Do not go anywhere. Do not let anyone pull you away from this screen, because the 1971 Washington Quarter is about to prove that the most ordinary-looking coin in your possession could be worth more than a private island, more than a fleet of luxury yachts, and more than most people will earn in 10 lifetimes combined. Keep watching, because the best is yet to come, and you do not want to be the person who missed the most unbelievable coin reveal of the year.